What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about how fancy gear and really expensive video equipment does not necessarily equate to better videos. You can make really amazing stuff with really next to nothing, right? Now, this short little ad sequence that you just saw for this Guardian cold brew coffee, this is a Cleveland-based coffee company. I picked up a bottle of this the other day, was shot with one of these. Okay, now this is a $20 sunset lamp, right? Pretty cool. It has a lot of different color variations kind of all in one. And this is actually the light that I've been using. It's a different color one on my backdrop. So I already have a couple of these lights. Shout out to Daniel Schiffer for giving me this idea to actually use these lights, which are typically mood lighting. I think they look pretty cool setting the mood in my own house. But shout out to Daniel Schiffer. He's another YouTuber. He's pretty big. He does a lot of product-focused stuff, and he does a lot of tutorials in shooting and editing in very, very creative ways. So definitely go and check him out. If you're watching me before him, I'm not really sure why you're doing that, because he's kind of the authority in the creative product videography space. So definitely go check out his channel. I'll leave a link to that below. Just as a disclaimer here, I am working with some pretty high quality equipment besides the lights, but this shouldn't deter you guys from trying any of this stuff at home. Everybody, at least most everybody nowadays, has a smartphone with some pretty nice cameras. They keep upgrading these cameras every time they come out with a new phone. So I would encourage you to just go and get as creative as possible with what you have. That's sort of the point I'm trying to make with this video. All right, with this stuff being said, let's dive straight into the video and let's just get as creative as possible. Let's see what we can make. All right, first things first, this is sort of my janky thrown together YouTubing setup that I have in my own apartment. So we're gonna turn this into a little bit more of a studio for our product shoot. All right, for this shoot, we're going to be using the black acrylic sheet here that I have. It's extremely dirty right now, so I'm gonna wipe it off. And we're gonna use this turntable. This is just a Lazy Susan. This is a pretty basic one. You can get this on Amazon. This kind of thing you want to get from a, it's a pretty specific store you have to go to get these. It's like, I got this from like a plastic store here in Cleveland. We have this light here. I'm actually going to rig this up so it's more just top-down lighting. And then of course we're going to use our sunset lamps, and this is going to be kind of a moodier look we're going for. Okay, so we have our setup coming along here. We're gonna make sure our surface is squeaky clean before we use it, because this will pick up any of those little specks of dust. I don't think you can, let me turn this up. I don't think you can really see too much on there right now. That's looking pretty clean, which is good. And this is coming along. Okay, so here's our working setup. The only thing I don't like right now is we have this weird highlight here you can see coming from our light. So I'm actually going to call an audible on our key light. We're actually going to use this tube that I have. It's just a white tube. I usually use it to light my background. Now, the reason I'm going with the tube is, to me, the light that you're seeing as a reflection, which is called the highlight, right now on the bottle is this straight line, and I actually think that is more flattering than having this weird little dot. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to stick our diffuser right next to this, and let's see if that even softens that up a little bit. To me, this looks much more flattering than, like I said, the top-down lighting setup that we were originally gonna go with. We are getting a little bit of spill on the background over there, around the bottle, but I think that's okay. I think that actually looks good. Let's see what else we can add to this setup. Okay, so one thing that actually just got me pretty excited that I just did was we're gonna do this, right? So all I'm doing is I'm taking these lights and I'm actually pointing them straight at the lens. And what this is gonna do, I don't wanna have them quite in frame. What this is gonna do is we're gonna get some natural, it looks like sun flares. Since we have two of these lights and the camera is just on a tripod, we can add not only some movement, but some serious color to our video here, which is really, really good. So I'm gonna this is probably gonna be my opening shot, something like this. Now we're gonna get some closer up shots to show off the logo and you could tell, you know, the branding. You get to see some of this Guardian on there, which is pretty cool. And then it says cold brew down the sides of that. And what I'm gonna do is shoot most of this video just on a tripod because I'm the only person here. And I really think that we can do a lot of our movement either with the lighting, like I just showed you, or in post-production. One thing you have to watch out for these close-ups is, look at that. You can see me and the camera. So if you are shooting with reflective surfaces, make sure you're careful of this. All right, now, because, now I think this starts to look pretty cool, because our light is just a one vertical tube, you can tell, look, the light is actually missing the logo here. You can tell it's sort of hitting right here more. So we're gonna wanna make sure that center of the logo, you know, I think at least, we want that to be where the light is hitting. So these are little details, especially for product videos, that you wanna, you know, really be careful of. Okay, we have our logo centered up nicely in the center of the frame. We've used our autofocus to make sure that that is in focus nicely, very much. Okay, and then my idea, again, always shoot in terms of how you think the edit can go, right? So my idea so far is we're gonna start with that wider shot of the whole bottle so you can see what it is. Then we're gonna do some sort of zoom in transition so you can see the logo right away. Again, with more of these, you know, flares going on. So let's see what we can do. Okay, those shots were a massive success. I did not think those were even gonna look as good as they did. Next, we're gonna try to show the words on the bottle, right? So we're gonna say Guardian, and then we're gonna make it say cold brew, right? To give our consumers a little bit of context as to what they're even looking at, because this sort of looks like a beer. So we wanna make sure that people understand, okay, blatantly obvious, look, this is not beer, this is coffee. All right, sorry, this is actually on my phone, because I don't wanna move the camera. I have this very particular setup going on here. That looks freaking amazing. So as you can see, we got the rotation, and later on what I'm gonna do is reverse that rotation so we get the Guardian brand name coming by the screen, and then we're gonna do the same similar type of shots with the cold and the brew. And then here, you'll notice this is just shining straight into the lens. Some of it's also bouncing back. You can see what it does even with the phone a little bit there. So that's kind of the use that I found for these lights, is you're sort of painting the entire screen that color. I think that's pretty amazing. And then, like I said before, we do have some, you know, bounce back, some reflection on this bottle here. You can see my hand a little bit, you can see the camera. But that's okay, because we're gonna crop in on this logo kind of as it happens, and it's gonna go really quick, so I don't think it'll be an issue. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to use this mug in conjunction with these lights to create some movement on our words on the bottle, right? So I just tested this, and if you notice the bottle, see how the pattern kind of flies by on the bottle? I know I'm only working with just me here today. So that's how we're gonna try and get some movement as opposed to moving the actual lights this time. Okay, so we have successfully gotten our shot of the logo, our shot of the cold, and our shot of the brew on our cold brew. So finally we're going to get a pouring shot. I'm gonna kind of omit the cap coming off, although I have seen people do pretty cool stuff with the cap coming off. At Daniel Schiffer again. Anyway, I think we're just gonna keep it simple this time. I wanna get a shot of our frozen glass. That's why this is in the freezer for now. We're gonna let that sit in there, get nice and frosty. And then we're going to simply get a shot of us pouring this into the glass. And then I'm thinking maybe a super close-up shot of kind of the glass just filling up with coffee, and then logo. So that's my thoughts. You guys obviously have already seen the edit, so maybe I did that, maybe I didn't. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If at any point in time you guys got value out of this video, you liked it, you found it entertaining, inspired you to go and create some more stuff at your own home, please give me a like. It helps a lot with the algorithm. And please subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be doing a lot more content similar to this, where I'm giving you guys a full walkthrough of how I'm creating something specific. We'll do some behind the scenes shoots for some client work, and we'll also do a lot of editing tutorials in Final Cut Pro. So again, my Final Cut Pro editors, please give me a follow. We're gonna be doing a lot of really valuable breakdowns, obviously right here on the channel. It's absolutely free, so why would you not? That's all I got for you today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.